Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Second down, Bradford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Paul Warlow coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Stafford on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good health in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. On first down, it's Stafford. And this one's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Stafford gives to Abdullah. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were...
Yeah, the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the incomplete pass brings a toss to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams will say, well, worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Sherrills to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. They go with Murray again. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The Lions gave up 177 rushing yards to Seattle in their playoff loss last year. And DeAndre Levy, their best inside linebacker, no longer with the team. That made Jared Davis out of Florida a really good selection for the Lions.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Sherrills. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Vikings. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to...
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Paul Warlow in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Floyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now it's Stafford. Runs through the contact. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Third and 2, Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Ebron caught left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10, 5. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Jones now in motion left. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Tate's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Stafford looks to throw again. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
Again, it's Stafford. His throw incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Oh, the spin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Fresh set of downs here. Again, it's Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
A second down throw for Bradford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Bradford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, you're a former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Stafford here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sharif Floyd breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. To throw on second down is Stafford. Ebron's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Stafford on third down. And he connects with Ebron. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Stafford on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Bradford going to give it to Murray. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So we've reached halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the 50, Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Bradford. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passes.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
On first down, Murray. Oh, spinning away. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On second down, Bradford again. Open here, Adam Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Bradford hitting Thielen there for a Viking first.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Bradford with a give to Murray. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emerson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate. 43 yards. And no escaping this, and Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 3rd down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Daniil Hunter getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And the pressure gets to him again. Sharif Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The play fake to Murray. Now Bradford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. That'll go as a loss of 5. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll run the counter with Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Bradford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long at Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Harrison Smith, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.